What's going on, everybody? My name is Steven. I'm here to talk to you about finance, and in this video we're going to discuss the best bank savings accounts of June 2020. So before we get started, I should mention that all of these banks on my list are going to be FDIC insured up to $250,000, so your money is safe with all of these accounts, and all of these bank accounts have above a 1% APY, or annual percentage yield. Something else I want to mention is normally a lot of these banks have even a better savings bonus, but given the climate and the reduced interest rates everywhere, all of these banks have been forced to cut their interest rates. So that's why I'm making this video as of June 2020. If you're looking on this video in the future sometime, then these may have changed. So something else I want to mention, all of these savings accounts are very easy to open. You can do it right online, and most of them do not have any minimum deposits or fees. But I'll mention each one specifically as I go down the list. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first bank I'm going to mention is going to be Ally Bank. With this bank, you're going to get a 1.10% APY. Basically, with this account, you can get a free checking account as well. Not really a huge bonus, but Ally Bank has really been one of the better banks. Again, the interest rate is normally higher. I know last year sometime it was over 2% for Ally Bank. This is a quality bank if you're actually looking for somewhere to keep your money for a long period of time. Most likely their interest rate will probably go up at some point, and they're usually one of the better banks. The second bank I'll mention is going to be American Express. Yes, they do have a savings account besides just their credit cards. So with American Express, you're going to get a 1.15% APY. There is no minimum balance to keep in the account, and there are absolutely no fees. So you can put in any amount that you want and get your 1.15% on that money. The third bank I'll mention is Capital One. Very similar to the American Express. It's going to be a 1.15% APY. There's no minimum deposit, and there's no fees associated with the account. Up next is going to be Barclays or Barclays. Again, 1.15% APY and no minimum deposit. Okay, number 5 I'm going to mention is CITI Bank. So this is also going to be a 1.15% APY bank. However, with this account, you do need $100 to open the account, and you need to continue a monthly deposit of at least $100 in the account in order to achieve the 1.15%. Other than that, there are no fees associated with the account. Up next, we have Goldman Sachs. This account is going to give you a 1.30% APY. There are no fees associated with the account. However, you do not have ATM access, so it would just be an online bank account for you. You can't actually go and get your money out. Next, we have Live Oak Bank. This one is a somewhat newer bank. They are offering a 1.35% APY with no minimum to open the account, and there are absolutely no fees associated with the account either. Next, we have Citizens Bank. This is also going to offer a 1.35% APY. However, with this account, you do need to have a $5,000 minimum in the account in order to achieve this 1.35%. Okay, we've got 3 more on the list. Next one is going to be CIBC Bank. They do have a Canadian chapter. They're based out of Canada, but they also do have a CIBC US bank branch, so I would recommend going with that one if you're in the US. They offer a 1.35% as well. This is the current bank account that I use. I actually took advantage of an offer that they had a few months ago in March, where if you deposit a certain amount, they actually give you, on top of your normal APY, you get a bank bonus. However, they're not offering that currently. But this is another bank that I recommend normally, and they have a good track record of having a high APY compared to a lot of other banks. These last 2 bank savings accounts are going to be a little bit different. The first one is going to be Citibank. So the reason I'm recommending Citibank is not because of their APY, which is only between 0.04 and 0.15%, which is not very good. The reason I'm recommending Citibank is because they have a very nice offer if you deposit a certain amount of money into the savings account. Now, Citibank has 3 different options depending on how much money you have to put into the account. If you deposit $1,500 into the account, you're going to get a $200 bonus. Now, the stipulation for all 3 of these is you have to maintain that amount in the account for 60 days. so about 2 months. For the first one, $200 bonus for a $1,500 deposit and maintenance in the account for 60 days. If you do not maintain that money in the account, they're actually going to charge you a $12 fee, and that would make absolutely no sense because you're getting a terrible APY, and you're also not going to qualify for the bonus if you don't keep that money in there. If you open up this account with any of these, make sure that amount of money is going to stay there for at least 60 days. The second offer that they have is going to be a $15,000 deposit into their savings account, and this is going to give you a $400 bonus, again, after 60 days of being in the account. And if you do not maintain that, they're going to charge you a $25 fee. The third offer that Citibank has is going to be a large sum. So this is going to be $50,000 that you have to deposit into your savings account, but they are going to give you $700 back, again, after maintaining that $50,000 in the account for at least 60 days. So I'll be honest with you, if you have $50,000 and you want a free $700 just for keeping that money in an account for 2 months, this is a great option. And if you do not keep $50,000 in the account, they're going to slap you with a $30 fee. So if you're opening this, keep that money in there. The final bank we're going to mention in this video is very interesting. So this is called Fitness Bank. You may have heard of this. Basically, this bank's aim is to get people out and moving. So they're going to give you a percentage APY based on the amount of steps that you take in a day, whether that's walking or running. Let's go ahead and go down the list for them. You are going to get a 1.5% APY, which is actually the highest amount that I've seen as of June 2020. But you have to achieve a step count of 12,500 per day. So if you're somebody that is super active and that is not an issue for you, you normally walk that much in a day, then this might be a really good option for you. The second level that they have is actually also pretty good, 1.3% APY. And this is if you achieve a step count of between 10,000 and 12,499 per day. The third level they have is going to give you 1.15% APY if you achieve between 7,500 steps and 9,999 steps per day. The fourth level is they're going to give you a 0.90% APY if you can achieve between 5,000 and 7,499 steps per day. And the final level is they're going to give you a 0.50% APY, anything below 5,000 steps per day. But to be honest with you, if you are interested in this type of bank, make sure that you're active and you're not going to go below, I would say, at least the second tier. 1.3% is still pretty good if you can at least achieve 10,000 or more steps every single day. If this is something that you're not sure you can achieve, then I would just stay away from this bank because you have many more options out there for getting a higher percent APY if you're not someone that's going to walk that much. However, if this is something that you want to maybe motivate you in order to get outside and to walk and exercise more, that could be a really good motivation, is getting outside, knowing that the more that you move, you're actually going to make more money because of that. So those are all the banks I have on my list. Again, this is as of the middle of June 2020. These rates may go a little bit lower at some point. They possibly could go up, but probably not anytime soon. So if you're somebody that has some money, maybe in a low yield savings account, as with many of the big banks, I know that Chase, Bank of America, these banks barely give you anything in your savings account. They might give you 0.01% or 0.05%, which is basically nothing. So if you're somebody that likes to keep a certain percentage of your money in a savings account, please consider one of these options because you're going to be able to make a lot more money in interest than you would with any of the other big banks. If you all found value in this video, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can see every time I upload a video. My channel is going to be focused on two separate things. One is going to be fitness and health, and the other is going to be finance, such as this video. I'm a licensed physical therapist, so I have a lot to say on the field of fitness and health. However, I've also been into personal finance for a while now, so I have a lot of knowledge going forward in terms of credit cards, bank accounts, the stock market. I have a lot of thoughts on those particular subjects. So if you would please subscribe to the channel. I'm coming out with a lot of great content in these two areas very, very soon. So thanks a lot for checking out the video. I'm going to link my previous video up here. In that video, I discussed the best bank checking account bonuses if you're interested in opening up new accounts and getting free money for doing it. I look forward to seeing you all again real soon. Please take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.